So you'd like to make a 9-patch, or you've made some 9-patch blocks and you're not quite sure what to do with them. Join me today as we talk through 5 different options that you can do using your 9-patch blocks. Now then, you lovely lot, how are you? Thanks for joining me today. My name's Emma and this is a 10-minute quilter. So today we're going to talk through a variety of different options for quilt tops that you can make using your 9-patch block. Option number 1 is to make it really scrappy. So literally just take whatever size squares that you've got in your stash and put them together into little 9-patch blocks, like this one. So when I was pulling bits out with a view to doing this video, I realised that I had an awful lot of vintage quilt blocks in my collection. When we lived in Canada, my husband would go to the States quite a lot, or we'd go to house auctions in Canada, and I would buy up old quilt blocks. And this is a collection of some of those blocks. There's no date on this, but it's just a little collection of old 9-patch blocks. But you can see how effective it is just simply putting them together like that. And you can use whatever size blocks you've got. I've got a collection of, these are all feed sack, or the majority of them are feed sack fabrics. I'm not sure they all are, but these are 1.5 inches in size, which of course will come down to 1 inch. No, yes, they'll come down to 1 inch. I'm doubting myself then, but they'll come down to 1 inch when you put them together, which is quite a small block. I'll put a picture in here of a really small 9-patch block that I've been working on, and my finger is in there just for reference so that you can see what size it comes out, but that's really small. These are 2.5 inches. Again, these are feed sack fabrics that I collected over the years, but aren't they beautiful? They are so pretty. I love them. They're so fresh and vibrant looking, these ones. But I've also got lots of 5-inch squares, you know, left over from charm packs. So I could quite literally just make a scrappy block using those, which would give me a much bigger quilt block and would therefore give me a much bigger quilt a lot quicker. This is another quilt top that I obviously bought when I was out and about, and this is just a really scrappy quilt top. And as you can see, there's your little 9-patch block, and then it's just been put together completely random, and it doesn't matter that nothing matches or nothing goes together, and quite literally nothing goes together on it at all, really. The seams, a lot of the seams don't match up. I'll put some close-ups in, but the thing I love about it the most is that when you look at it closely, you can see that she's used lots of little leftovers, and she's actually pieced together, I'm not sure if you can see it there, but there's some joins there. She's pieced together pieces of fabric to get the size of square that she wants to make the 9-patch. So she's quite literally, I'm saying she, it could be a he, of course, you know, I just don't know. But they've pieced together lots of little bits and pieces to create that square within that 9-patch. And it's completely wild, it's completely random, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And it is all hand stitched. Option number 2 is to introduce a plain block between your 9-patches. So you are effectively creating an Irish chain quilt. So the Irish chain, and I have one here. So this is a scrappy Irish chain. So there's my 9-patch block, and there's my plain block in between it. And you just alternate the two, and it creates this chain pattern running through your quilt diagonally. And these are a great opportunity to do some quilting in, either by hand or by machine. And like I say, you can do it scrappy, or you can do it using 2 colours, as in the quilt that I have shown previously. And it's equally effective. This one was done using fat quarters, and if you watched my previous video on the 9 patch, there was a link down below which gave you instructions on how to make a quilt like this using your fat quarters. Option number 3 is to add another block in between, not just a plain one, but a pieced block in between your 9 patch. And so there's my 9 patch. If I just put that to one side. Again, this is a set of old quilt blocks that I picked up somewhere. Quite a few. If I put this up there, you can see that there is my 9 patch block just there, look. And this time I've added some triangles onto my block next to it, and there would be triangles on that corner as well. Now I must admit that when I pulled this one out, it had a safety pin through it, and it had been there so long that it had started to rust. I don't know if you can see. I'll put a close up in, but it had started to rust, and I had a lot of difficulty actually getting the pin out. There is a piece of paper with it, but I don't think there's no date or anything like that on there. So. But that's the concept of it, and this is called a snowball block. So each of those would go round on those corners like that, and that then gives a completely different look to your 9 patch block. And I'll put a mock-up here from an EQ8 to show you what it looks like, but it then gives you almost like this star effect to your 9 patch just by introducing these little triangles onto the outside of your squares, connecting it. What about if you were to take your 9 patch block and you were to put an hourglass block next to it? And again, I'll put a picture up here of a mock-up so that you can see what that looks like. But as you can see, it completely changes the look of your 9 patch block. What about creating a 9 patch block, but within the 9 patch block creating smaller blocks that add extra interest, if that makes sense? So again, this is a collection that I picked up somewhere, and these are, I'll show you what I'm talking about. These are a 9 patch block. So here's my 9 patch, but one of the segments within the 9 patch has been pieced using a little 4 patch block. So we've still got the 9 patch, but it's broken down and sort of subdivided. Now this is a set of blocks that I picked up in a charity shop, or my husband picked up for me, and there's a little bit of paper attached to it that I will read out to you, and I'll put a picture in. But it says, the First Presbyterian Church, Santa Ana, California, Sunday, September the 17th, 1933. Now, whether that's actually correct for these, I don't know, and I'll never know. But they are beautiful, and what I will do is I will lay them all out, and I will take a picture of them so that you can see what they look like. And they are all hand sewn and beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. Again, very vibrant, lovely colours. But again, a great way of using scrap fabrics, but introducing a common colour, a common theme throughout them that will bring them all together and piece them so that they piece up nicely. But you'll end up with a bigger block in the centre, but you'll still end up with that sort of connecting chain going through them. And I've obviously, at some point, I've obviously laid all of these out with a view to putting them together as a quilt top, because I've got diagrams and I've got instructions. I've got a few different layout ideas, but I think that was obviously the one that I decided to go with, and then never got any further forward with it. I think actually my friend Heather would probably remember me doing this when I lived over in Swindon, because I think that was probably around that era. And our fifth and final option is the disappearing 9 patch. So we're going to take our 9 patch block, we're going to pop it down on our cutting mat, we're going to put our glasses on so that we can see what we're doing. And my block is measuring, I have a 4-inch square in the centre, so I'm going to measure from those side seams so that I have 2 inches going across the centre like that. I'm going to lift my ruler very carefully and I'm going to place it down, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing going horizontally without moving my quilt block, just to make life nice and easy for myself. Right the way across like that. So I have now cut my block into 4 sections, which is always a little bit scary. So I'm just going to pop that down on there for you so that you can see what I've done. Okay, so there's my 9 patch, cut once and cut across there horizontally as well. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take opposite blocks and we're going to rotate them round like that and like that, which then gives us our disappearing 9 patch block, which gives us, as you can see, a completely different effect to our quilt. Do bear in mind though that this is going to come up smaller now because we've cut it and we've introduced a secondary seam in there. This is a disappearing 9 patch quilt block. There's the block just in there, look, but this one's actually got a frame around 2 sides of it, which gives a completely different look to it as well once again. So hopefully that gives you a few ideas of what you can do with your 9 patch blocks when you've made them, or if you're thinking of making them. We've been doing this quite a lot in class recently, and I've also been trying to encourage people to think perhaps a little bit outside the box and to maybe expand on the 9 patch and come up with their own variation on it. And these are a couple that I would like to show you that I've been working on, just to try and make it look a little bit more modern than just a little 9 patch. So what I've done with this one, obviously I'm using much brighter, more modern colours, but with this one, here's you can see my little 9 patch blocks, but then I've created some negative space and I've just taken that off into one corner. This is a block that is on, I think it's on Block Base, computer design program, and I'll put you a few options to the side here so that you can see what it looks like as a quilt. But I think it's quite a nice variation, and just gives it like a little bit of a more modern feel to it. These are, I think they're 1.5 inches, so they come down to 1 inch when they're finished. And this is my second variation. I'm really pleased with this one, can you tell? I spent a very happy Saturday evening doing this. So there's my little 9 patch in there. So you can see that they are quite small. These ones come up at 1/2 inch pieced and 1 inch cut to start with. But there's the 9 patch, and it's all just then elongated and spread out across the block, and it creates this lovely space here for some quilting. Not gonna lie, it was quite fiddly. I did it, most of it strip piecing in different variations and forms, but it was quite satisfying to put together, and it did go together really nicely. Can you imagine making a quilt like that? Not sure I'd have the patience to keep going and make any more, but I really enjoyed making this one. And I did think it might be quite interesting a little bit larger, maybe on a bigger scale. What do you think? Is that something that you think you'd have a go at? It would create a very big space here, wouldn't it, for some quilting? But might be worth thinking about. But again, I'll put some options just on the side here of what it looks like if you're really keen, if you fancy having a go. Right, okay. I hope that's given you some ideas and a little bit of inspiration maybe to keep going with your 9 patches and see how you get on. If you do have a go at any of them, please do let me know, won't you, down below in the comments. And if you've got any suggestions, other suggestions on what we could do with it, those would be greatly appreciated as well. Thanks for joining me today. Take care and I hope to see you soon. Bye.